Hi everyone, my name is Patrick Proctor. I am here to welcome you to EDUC 7615, Foundations of Bilingual and Dual Language Education. I'm very glad you're here. The point of this brief introductory video is to give you a quick overview of the class and a glance at the course website to support your navigation through it. So with that, I'm going to share my screen with you. And say, here is the introduction to the course. This is the general template for the lecture PowerPoints that will be accompanying the 6 modules. And to get started, I want to introduce you to the course instructors. Dr. Ann Homza and I are the 2 lead instructors. Again, this course is asynchronous, so it is essentially self-paced with a due date or a deadline for each module activity assignments. But Dr. Holmes and I will be the 2 key people, or one of the 2 key people in each module. We tag team on those, so Dr. Holmes does some of them and I do others. But we are the faces and the voices that you can expect to be hearing and seeing throughout the 6 module sequence. So the structure of the class. This class is structured to be comprised of 6 weekly modules. There is 1 assignment per module. So every time you do a module, there are readings and there's an assignment attached to it. Modules 1 and 2, the first 2 modules of the class are supposed to be individually completed. The first module is some readings and a personal written or video recorded introduction of yourself with a discussion of how your interests in the course align with some of the readings that were done for that particular module. The second module has readings and is accompanied by a quiz at the end of it. It's the only quiz, and you take it until you get as high a score as you want to get on it. After that, modules 3, 4, 5, and 6 are ideally conducted in small groups. So the first thing to really know about this class is it will serve you better if you form a small group of a pair, 3, 4. Some teachers and administrators who have taken the class in the past have even had as many as 5 people per group. The sweet spot seems to be around 3 or 4, but I would recommend that you start thinking about this as you get closer to modules 3, 4, 5, and 6. The other reason that group work is particularly appealing, for each group, the module assignments are a single upload. That is, a group submits 1 upload activity assignment rather than separate ones for each person. So the idea is that you're sharing the responsibility for the activities and talking about them. And again, this starts with module 3. So I would ask that one of the first things you do is try to form these groups and then let me know via email who is in your group so that I can keep track of that for monitoring purposes. Again, this class is asynchronous. That is, there are no face-to-face meetings. You can do this course as quickly as you want to do it. That is, you could take a whole weekend and just power through it by yourself and with a small group. But you can't do it as slowly as you want. The assignments and the modules are meant to go on a weekly basis, and the course is designed to end on July 3rd. Of course, that is all very flexible. Lots of things happen. These are unusual times. But that's the general idea, and you should get a sense of that as you look through the course shell itself, which I will show you in a moment. In terms of the activities, like I said, there's 1 activity per module. The activity descriptions are on the site. Each activity is an upload, except for module 2, which is a quiz, and there's rubrics for each of them. So the rubrics are important because that's what I use when I go through and read them or listen to them in terms of whatever you've uploaded. But I grade the quality of the upload based on the rubric. So if you follow the rubric in creating the assignment, that is usually the best bet. There's due dates for these activities, but those are recommended due dates. Really, the ultimate due date is to have everything uploaded for review on July 3rd. And one thing that's important about this is the grade is far less important than the feedback. So in your uploaded assignments, I will always provide feedback. And the point of the feedback is to be in conversation with you and to be giving questions, comments, observations for you to take back and discuss in your groups. Modality, in terms of the activities, these module activities can be done in English, they can be done in Spanish, or they can be done in both languages operating simultaneously or translinguistically. Soy bilingüe, puedo hablar y leer y escuchar y escribir en español e en inglés. So I'm perfectly happy to review materials in English, Spanish, or both. But the idea is that you're sort of creatively using your linguistic repertoires to make sense of the content that you're engaging with on the course. And also expressive variation in terms of the activities, not just in English, Spanish, or both. Right now, the activities are written to suggest a written format, sometimes say 300 to 500 words, for example. But if you decide not to write and want to do video uploads, then you can adjust those accordingly. A one-page document usually converts to a 3 to 5 minute video upload. So I encourage you in your groups to think about different ways to express your understanding of the content within the parameters of the activity assignments. And one thing to note, Module 4, the assignment for that is a voiceover PowerPoint. That is a visual timeline that you voice over and then upload to the site. That particular assignment sometimes gives people difficulties who have less technological expertise, but other options are to take a picture of a handwritten timeline with just an audio recording in which you describe the activity. So again, the idea of modality is meant to be played with in this class in the service of best expressing your understanding of the content. So that's a general overview, and now I'd just like to show you what the site looks like through some site navigation. So I'm going to stop this share. I'm going to start one more so that you can see the course site. So here's what you will see when you go to the home page. So if you look up here, there's the home page. That's where you're going to be working off of, where you have the banner. You have a brief greetings, a written greeting. This is the introductory video that you're watching right now. Some basic information for getting started, which is largely a repetition of what I have just been saying to you right now. And then the way you navigate through the site is here in the course modules section. So module 1, each module has 3 components. It will have an overview. So if you click on the overview, it will take you into there. And each module starts with an introductory short video with a learning objective and the topic. Then the next section will be readings and learning resources for every module. So you have readings up top, supplementary readings that are optional, and typically a video lecture that lasts somewhere between 18 and 30 minutes, which can be a little long, but you can set your playback to 1.5 times speed. And oftentimes that helps reduce, of course, the time you're watching a video. And then finally, at the third section of the module is the assignment or the activity for that module. And so you can see it'll give a description here. It'll show you the rubric down below. And then when it's time to submit the assignment, after you've done it, you simply click up here to submit assignment. And then you upload a file. File upload, choose a file from your hard drive. It'll pull it up. You upload it, and then you submit. You can add more than one file. Sometimes people do this. And then if you want to get back to the overview, you can come back to home. Yes, we'll leave the site. And it'll bring you right back to where you can always get started. You can move on to module 2 this way. And then again, you see module 2 as an overview, readings, and in module 2, the assignment is a quiz. Module 3, politics and policy, bilingual education overview, readings and learning resources, assignment number 3. Module 4, overview, readings and learning resources, legal foundations timeline activity. Module 5, equity and power in dual language education, readings and learning resources. Assignment Number 5 is upload linguistically responsive teaching. And finally, module 6, planning for instruction and assessment in dual language, readings and learning resources, and the assignment. You'll see this course completion module. This is for me to check yes or no when everyone has completed all the activities in the assignment. I mean, in the module and the course. If you go to syllabus, you'll see an overview of the syllabus. You can get a list of the assignments and how they're graded here. You can get some general Lynch School of Education and Human Development information and policies here. If you're new to Canvas, that's what this system is. Here are some guidelines for using it. And to begin the course, you can to see the course summary, you can see the different assignments and when they're due. And May 24th, 31st, the 7th of June, the 14th of June, the 21st of June, and finally the 5th. So it doesn't end on the 3rd, it ends on the 5th. So to begin the course, you would simply come back to home and begin the course down here. And that is your brief introductory overview. I am looking forward to reading your stuff. I've run this with a large number of teachers in the Lynn Public Schools, and it's been very rewarding, and I've learned a lot. So I expect from these subsequent offerings, I will continue to learn. And so I thank you in advance for that, and good luck with the class.